Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bad Bookers Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jack and today we've got another edition of the top 5 WWE matches of the week. Don't forget, if you do enjoy this, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new or you haven't done so already, and let's crack on with the video. But before we go, let us know in the comments what your favourite match of the week was. Number 5, Joe Coffey versus Dave Mastiff versus Jordan Devlin versus Travis Banks on NXT UK. This match was to determine the number one contender for the WWE UK Championship and Volta's first opponent after defeating Pete Dunne. The start of the match saw Jordan Devlin and Travis Banks brawl to the outside to renew their previous rivalry over the past few weeks, leaving hometown boy Joe Coffey and Dave Mastiff to try and prove who was the better big man in the division. It wasn't long before Coffey took control of the match, hitting Mastiff with an impressive power slam and then throwing around the smaller Devlin and Banks. The Irish Ace managed to get some control, throwing Coffey out the ring and once again throwing hands with Banks, taking control of the Kiwi Buzzsaw but not quite being able to put him away. Devlin made the mistake of mocking Gallus, allowing Joe Coffey to destroy him, with a little help from Dave Mastiff. The match started to really kick off, with the Bomber hitting a cannonball on both Coffey and Banks in the same corner. He went for the pin, only to be broken up by a flying Devlin, who hit a moonsault on both men. The finish of the match saw Coffey hit a mean lariat onto Devlin, but he had the awareness on him to break his own pinfall up as Mastiff was coming in with a massive senton. Coffey then took both himself and Mastiff out the game with a clothesline over the top rope, allowing for Travis Banks to hit a slice of heaven and a Kiwi crusher on an already groggy Devlin to pick up the victory, and he is the next person to face Walter. Number 4, Velveteen Dream vs Tyler Breeze, NXT TakeOver 25. It might start to become a theme about NXT TakeOver 25 as, in my opinion, it is the best NXT of all time and the best pay-per-view we've seen in quite a while. And if there was one match everyone was looking forward to, it was probably this match, as Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze was like a dream match no one knew they wanted. Both men with the high levels of charisma and flamboyance. Was a really good mix in this match. Velveteen Dream attempting to get a selfie with him and Breeze while Breeze was laid out on the announce table only added to the match. And at one point, Tyler Breeze could have won the match via countout, but he obviously can't win the North American Championship via countout, so he had to make the ref stop his count. Some great back and forth between the two, but it was dream over for Breeze's NXT re-debut, as Velveteen Dream hit the Dream Valley Driver and then the elbow drop to retain his North American Championship. After the match, Velveteen Dream gloated in Tyler Breeze's face, but it all ended in smiles as they both took a selfie inside the ring. Number 3, Street Profits versus Undisputed Era versus Forgotten Sons versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, NXT TakeOver 25. There's a thing about great ladder matches and NXT, and this was no different. Every man in this match performed to 100%, and there were some nasty spots in this match. Every spot seemed to flow really well and seemed in the right place and seemed like it was meant to be there, with every man taking as much damage to themselves as they did to any other person. It did see one casualty, as we found out later on in the night that Bobby Fish had injured his arm. Luckily it wasn't a re-injury of his knee, and that Kyle O'Reilly having a massive hole in his back basically from all the bumps they were taking. And during the match, Jackson Riker of the Forgotten Sons came down to try and help the Forgotten Sons win the titles, but he got beaten up by every other person in the match. And eventually, as Forgotten Sons looked like they were going to win the titles, Montez Ford jumped out of absolutely nowhere onto the ropes, onto the top of the ladder, punched Wesley Blake off the top of the ladder, and him and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, are your new NXT Tag Team Champions. Number 2, Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong, NXT TakeOver 25. It's easy to forget how good Roderick Strong is in singles action, as we haven't seen him in singles action for quite a while before this match. He's had the odd match on NXT, but nothing too major, as he was part of the tag team with Kyle O'Reilly for the Undisputed Era, as Bobby Fish was out injured. But this match caught me by surprise, and it shouldn't have, because we all know how good Matt Riddle is, and we all forgot clearly how good Roderick Strong is in singles action, and they managed to have that chemistry that I thought they didn't have. It was a perfect way to kick off NXT TakeOver. As always, it's like a formula with NXT. Start TakeOver with the Shock the System is going to be a good one. But it was Matt Riddle who prevailed in this match, getting the upper hand onto Roderick Strong, trying to hit the bro mission, but not quite doing it. But it was Matt Riddle who got the upper hand in this match, finally getting rid of Roderick Strong after what's happened on the past couple of weeks of NXT, in a match that saw no interference from any other Undisputed Era members, as they are all preparing for other matches. Number 1, Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano, NXT TakeOver 25. I said there'll be a pattern going on this video, as NXT TakeOver 25 takes 4 of the 5 slots, and we finish with a match of the year contender between Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. What a match it was. Near falls galore, the crowd were invested throughout, storytelling back to their last match, the ruse of Adam Cole calling down the rest of the Undisputed Era members, with Johnny Gargano falling for it, only to be hit by a massive DDT from Adam Cole, not quite putting him away though. A lovely Panama Sunset on the outside by Adam Cole, it felt like a PWG match as such, but it was Adam Cole that finally got the upper hand on Johnny Gargano, and this time it wasn't a 2 out of 3 falls match. He got the first 4, and it was the most important 4, hitting the exposed knee to the back of Johnny Gargano's head to pick up the 3 count and to become your new NXT champion, with the rest of Undisputed Era coming out to celebrate with him after the match. Like I said before, this is a match of the year contender, and we'll be talking about this when the year ends. And with that, it was a very, very good showing for the NXT brands this week. We'll quickly recap through the top 5. We had the Fatal 4-Way number 1 contendership match on NXT UK, Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze, TakeOver 25, the NXT Tag Team Ladder match on NXT TakeOver 25, Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong on TakeOver 25, and the match of the year contender between Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship, once again at TakeOver 25. But if you did enjoy that, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new or you haven't done so already, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just search Bad Bookers on any 3 of those and you'll find us. Check out our Patreon, www.patreon.com/badbookers, and check out our website as well, www.badbookers.com. Once again, like, subscribe, and I'll thank you all very much for watching.